An 8-year-old girl's innocent question brought an entire town hall to a standstill, leaving Donald Trump momentarily speechless before he shared a rare, heartfelt reflection on faith, loss, and resilience. What followed was an emotional moment that touched everyone in the room. The fellowship hall of a small church in Shreveport, Louisiana, was filled with quiet anticipation. The usual sounds of folding chairs scraping against the floor and hushed conversations filled the space. But this night was different. Donald Trump stood at the front, his presence unmistakable. The usual bravado was tempered, replaced by an air of introspection. Families, retirees, and curious locals had gathered, eager to hear him speak. Yet amidst the crowd, one small figure stood out, a young girl named Lily. Clutching an old, well-worn Bible against her chest, she sat beside her mother, nervously preparing to ask the question she had rehearsed for weeks. As Trump spoke about policies and the future, the crowd responded with occasional applause, but the energy was subdued. Lily sat quietly, gripping her Bible tighter with every passing moment. When the floor opened for questions, adults lined up to ask about politics, local concerns, and even trivial compliments. Lily hesitated, her heart pounding, until her mother gave her a reassuring nod. Summoning her courage, she rose to her feet and stepped forward. The murmurs in the room quieted as the small girl, Bible in hand, approached the microphone. When her turn came, Trump's gaze softened. "And what's your question, young lady?" he asked, his voice uncharacteristically gentle. Lily swallowed hard and, with a steady but trembling voice, posed the question that had been weighing on her heart. "Mr. Trump, what does God mean to you?" A hush fell over the hall. Eyes darted between the girl and Trump, the weight of her words settling over the room. For a man known for quick responses and unwavering confidence, Trump remained uncharacteristically silent. His eyes drifted to the Bible in her hands, his expression shifting. After a long pause, he took a deep breath. "That's a big question," he admitted, "and it's not one I've always had the answer to." The crowd listened intently as Trump shared a memory from his childhood, sitting in church, staring at the stained glass windows, wondering if God was really listening. His father, he recalled, had once told him that faith was like climbing a ladder, sometimes shaky, sometimes uncertain, but always leading somewhere higher. As he spoke, Lily's grip on her Bible loosened slightly, her wide eyes reflecting something deeper than just curiosity, understanding. Trump continued, his voice softer than before. "I've had moments where I felt lost, times when I wasn't sure if God was there. But I've learned that faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about believing that, even when you don't see the full picture, there's something greater at work." Lily's eyes welled up, though she didn't cry. Instead, she stood a little taller, as if reassured by his words. The crowd remained silent, absorbing the moment. Then, from the back of the room, a man raised his hand, a working-class figure. His voice was steady as he asked, "Do you think most of us are just too afraid to admit we struggle with faith?" Trump considered the question before answering. "I think a lot of people are scared to show weakness," he said. "Faith isn't perfect. It's messy, it's complicated, and sometimes it feels like you're calling out into nothing. But that's what makes it real. It's not about being flawless. It's about trying, even when you don't have all the answers." Lily spoke again, her voice clearer this time. "My grandma used to say, faith is like planting seeds. You don't always see them grow right away, but you have to believe they will." A genuine smile spread across Trump's face. "She was a wise woman," he said. And she was right. Faith grows in ways we don't always see. The room, once just another town hall, had transformed into something more. A space where people confronted their own beliefs, doubts, and hopes. Lily's simple question had turned the night into a reflection on something far bigger than politics. And as the evening continued, it was clear that her courage had left an impact far beyond what she could have imagined.